Hello and welcome. Right, we have a bit of a lull. We do. It's not March. We're not going to plant anything else, I don't think, until what would be on a British map. This would be winter, but really it's the opposite way round. No, actually it isn't. No, it is. Obviously March normally would appear over here on an English map and European. So the seasons are the completely wrong way around, which is really difficult for us to contemplate, obviously, on the other side of the world. But basically, I've got to think of what would be summer as winter, and obviously September, which normally would be going into our winter, is actually spring. So I like the way that the thing is set up, because it does sort of remind you, like when you are the opposite side of the world, exactly how things really are. So we're looking for June, July for prices of things we've got bought. We have got to, well, two things. We've got to go to the BGA and make sure that it's, in fact, actually we can check this way. Yeah, this is me showing you really. No, it's not that. It is the BGA. It should be. Yeah, it is. Still picking up the 300 tons of silage bales that we dropped in front of it, but it might need reminding. It doesn't always work. The silage digestate is going to be building up, and I can't for the life of me remember whether it's at a good price now. To me, there's something in the back of my mind is saying that a digestate is top price right now, and it's going down. So I think we need to do that. We will keep our eye on it though, in case I'm wrong, but that's still, I think, on hard economy, I'm sure between 5 and 7 is a good price for slurry, for digestate. It's obviously the opposite way to it would be on, I'm not sure though, it's normally winter. I mean, on this map it would be the reverse. So I think I'd sooner crack on. We're alright, we've got the silage that's, the silage, that's right. I keep doubting myself. Sometimes it doesn't sound right. We've also got, that's a point. Washed carrots, washed beetroots, and washed parsnips. We should have a look at this. This is that new, and see if it's got to be worth it. I don't mean it funny, giants are not going to release. I'm not a normally massive fan of any of the base game stuff. It's usually awful. But there are a couple of things that I'm loving. This new zoom in and zoom out thing that it's 8 or something like that. Cracking bit. I've said for ages it needs something a bit. You can now zoom right in and literally look at the floor, which is going to really help for leveling and stuff like that. Why can I not? Yeah. So let's have a look. It's productions at the beginning. There's that new one that's just come down. There's the washing drum. That only shows, but obviously we've just seen that you can actually wash the others, or it says you can. So I'm hoping that that's not fibbing, or we've just seen that it does do that. The other thing is to make, it's from a cow shed. I'm not sure whether they're in animals, this one, or not. Is it the cleaner one then that doesn't show you anything? Because that definitely is only showing potatoes and, well, we could try it. I'm trying to think where most of our goods are that type. We put some, it's split. It's split. So really, if that is the case, it's probably best if we pull back a little. Yeah, we've got some in this silo, and we've got some in, this doesn't move very quick, in that silo. So really central point would be somewhere over here. But also we do need to, because I've never had this, I need to switch zone markers on for once. Yeah, because washed carrots, it's in that same category right with each other. So to me suggests, unless that is the washer tiger, which is not quite right, because it doesn't show you anything on it. So we could do this as a bit of a test. If we save the game right now, I've only just come in, I suppose, but if we save as the baseline and we do a bit of testing, and it's the washer tiger, because we can't really afford to waste cash. We haven't got it, and let's be honest, it'd be in any manual that would tell you what's. That's not a bad place. Did I? So I didn't switch them on, did I? Do you know? Concentrate. That one. On. Let's see. Because it could be the cleaner tiger, which doesn't. Yeah, it is a little bit obviously disconcerting at the minute. That definitely does not show that it's got the others, and that definitely says it's a cleaner tiger. So is that? It again doesn't tell you. Does it tell you? Not really. No, just toggle item, and yeah, so that's not helpful at all. So we'll try this one, and then we'll log. Place next to husbandry. Huh? Oh yeah, that is. You're doing the wrong one. Oh, it needs water. Well, yes, I would. I would presume the washing drum would have needed water, really. Oh, actually, would fit in there quite nicely. Would. Oh. Right, so let's have a go. And see, is that? Yeah, I mean, I'd say it is going to cost us a fortune, but if that is going to make us more cash, again, we need to. Yeah, let's do the test first. This is the test, so this isn't work. Right, we need to stick a. I'm going to leave the zone markers on while we're just doing this. Oh, no, it's not a... Yeah, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking of putting that new water thing. No, you can't, because you're not allowed. Buildings, container. We'll grab the other 60 tonner, and we'll bring this... No, we can bring the little Omatana. Yeah, the... Call it that. Always call her Omatana's name. She makes way too much that you can refer to her name. Oh, my life, you can really zoom in. That's going to take a little bit of adjustment, shall we say. Yeah, let's put it back a little bit further. It's got a very good range. Smash it, and let's grab the lit. Yeah, perfect job. Yard tractor. A little messy. I don't start doing those engines forwards, actually. I think I've been a bit naughty. I might be able to cheat a little. Yeah. I climbed over the fence. It just you didn't see me. You could climb over something like that. Although it'd be a bit nasty. Right, let's have a go. Oh, it's going to rain. No, we're not really doing any work this session. That's what I'm saying. Other than seeing if we can push out our businesses and also bring in these new ones. Is what I'm thinking. My alarm going off. So let me know to get up. I think I'm already up. Yeah, so we must use that baler going forwards for the grass, as we did all the time. Yeah, you sometimes, well, I do get a bee in my bonnet and I thought, oh, I'll just use that because it's easier. Yeah, maybe, but not necessarily better. So if we whiz around that away, we do need to do this field, but I need to overlap, so I'm not doing it at present. Right, let's see if this does accept the new crops. And we'll do one full load. Don't know how much it stores even, but yeah, I'm sure for a test what we can do is right, let's go grab have you got now I've got to be honest, I've said that I like this a lot. It's only 205 horsepower, and this is pulling this monster and quite easily. I've always said this. There's a lot of 205 horsepower tractors now, or 250s, 40s, that would struggle with 120k with the way that physics have been adjusted. So, yeah, I'm always pleased, always very tempted to buy this when I see it. Yeah, that'll do. The other thing I'm going to say, I noticed in editing. Now, I've been a little bit... I like the Mark Thor, and I loved it, and I embraced it very quickly. I embraced it on Sri Lanka, and it literally crippled the crop. I only knew this when I compared to the stats of the year before, and realised that it had lost a lot of crop. Potatoes were the worst affected, which we proved on Hills of Tuscany, where we lost 2/3 of the crop using the Mark Thor. So I stopped using the Mark Thor. Didn't use it for a long while afterwards. This has been a test, because this field 27 and 24 are very similar. we used the Mark Thor, and I did about half the field. Yeah, half to almost. Oh, definitely. Now, if Mark Thors hadn't been fixed, our amounts would not be so close. So, categorically, I'd still like to try it with potatoes, because that was the one that was the worst, but I've got to be honest, it was still bad with the new crops too. It's now definitely good with the new crops. Definitely, 100%. So let's see. The bottom line is, it will say it's not going to accept it. So, if so, what we'll do is, being as this is a test, we'll put some cash in and test to see if that tiger that doesn't show what it does, except for cleaning, see if it is for the new crops. It is. Oh, it is there, right where the water is as well, I think. Oh, no. We'll try it. Yeah. Oh, we've got to switch it on, I'd imagine. I'd say that would help. It is. Alright, okay, so although it doesn't show, it really does do everything. So we're going to have wash beetroot and wash parsnips. Yeah, because I would imagine. Oh, and not only that, we need to put a sale point, and imagine it has a sale point. So at least we've got the right one, we don't need to faff around. And also, we need to sell it at the right time. So what is the storage on that beast? Let's have a look. We should look while I was in there. Oh my life. Storage is terrible. Oh, it is. Oh, dear me. Oh, that's going to be a right pain. Because you're going to be like forever pumping in and pumping out. Oh, that is a nightmare. I think, yeah, I see the floor already. Nope, I don't want it. This is a nightmare. Yeah, very, very poorly thought out. I think at first, because you're gonna obviously it cycles. You'd have to like pump a bit in. It's got a storage limit of 4 tons. Oh, so you've reached your limit like in the blink of an eye, and we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of tons. I don't mind working on Farming Simulator. I really don't. I wonder if we can use the floor of the game to actually assist us. I know it means lose a bit of water, but this is a test. So, if we put a silo down first, that literally, no, yeah, demolish should still give us your cash back just the same. Yeah, we're happy to sell the water. Right, smashing. So we need to put a storage silo. It'd have to be tiny. And I think the only place it's going to go, it looks like we're dumping that in though. It's going to have to be here. So you've got to do this for... I'm sure this is still... But I'm not sure it's the same for everything. I know it works with the Omatanas still, because I've accidentally done it and found out that it still works. I think the only thing that's going to be small enough to go there is going to be the Bernie. It's the smallest footprint in the game of any silo. This one, but I'm not sure if the Bernie actually works. Yeah, oh, good job we've extended the road. In real life I'd shift the fence around a little bit, but I think we're going to have to, because we're going to have to, yeah, I mean, it would go around. So we've got to, like, not to go too mad, or I think it'd be close enough. And I know we've got a tree going through, but it's like tough. Right, ooh. I apologise for my crackle. This COVID is very hangy-onny. It is. Every time I talk, I still crackle, which is rather annoying to those when you're trying to create content. Are we still... It's not floating tree, is it? Let's have a look. I should have zoomed. I'm not used to it. You get used to how things are. No, he's alright. He's happy. So we didn't V-mode it, so it should be okay. So, if we now place that down, the cleaning thing, it should really, if it still obeys the rules that have been that storage was down before we placed it down. We know we're going to V-mode you, because you are fitting like a glove, you will do. If it doesn't work, then it's going. It's of no use to me whatsoever as a business like that. It's just too rubbish a storage that's going to really create. No, I didn't think it would. I thought Giants, when they make a mod, they make it how they want it. So no, it's rubbish. Nope, we should not have bought the pack. Nothing in it so far is good, which means we don't need you. Should get full value. And we don't need you either. Oh, that's interesting. It's partially not on our land. Bernie's a massive fan of that. So, that wasn't a true test. Right, I'm going to have to reload the game, because it's the only way. Yeah, if I like it, I do like it. I mean, we are practically like 50% on our land, but looks like we're going to have to alter the field a bit, and if this is going to work, or we stick it where the Massey is, which, yeah, we'll have another go. I'll bring you back in and we'll have another go. Let's see you shortly. I was going to do it all, and then I thought, no, you always show everything, so just show everything. Don't change your habits. Right, so we somehow need to grab the corn header. Yeah, I was thinking this is a bit of waste of space, the edge. But it is true, we need to first of all check, we'll place the Bernie down first. Oh, do we place the Omatana? I know it works with the Omatana ones, because it was the Omatana set that. Oh, do you know, seriously, sometimes this is such a pain in the backside. It is what it is. Just need to grab this out of the way. I want to keep maximum space, because this is only a small bit of the yard, but well, it's a big shed, but I know what I mean. So it's safe to go on the field at the minute. If we stick, we've already got some. It's weird for me, because obviously beetroot is what I would always call it, not red beet. It's really bizarre. Every time I look at it, I just want to call it beetroot, because it is beetroot. That's what I've known it as all my life. And red beets, yeah, it's 139 tons. So let's get on with this test. I'm thinking, yeah, exactly where I just showed you, because I think there's plenty of room there. Really, with that tree, you've always got to pull around that tree there. Always going to have to pull around. So it doesn't matter if you use a bit there. I don't want to move the trees, so I'm going to try. So first thing we need to do is put the silos on. I'm trying to think. It needs to be fairly hefty. If we're going to do this in a big way, then we've got to do it in a big way. There's got to be storage. You can't work with little 4-ton limits all the time. It's going to drive you crazy. And again, I'm not sure that this has not been put in for the adding additional storage silos, and this might be legit. It's just that something you've always got to remember. And someone who always builds their farm like I do, it catches me out an awful lot. So I think they are big still. They are, yeah. The Omatana, obviously there is an advantage to the Omatana in so much as if it's put on technically land that you don't own, you will get away with it a little bit. I'm not really trying to cheat. I was just trying not to. So I don't mind if we do go on some hours a little. I suppose it's probably better if we do it towards the tree, because it goes out anyway naturally there. So you've not. Yeah, that's the liquid storage. It's a little bit further. You've got two choices, but I'm going to go with the Bernie, because it is the smallest footprint of any silo that I have got. I'm not going to say, yeah, I only can say that I have got in the game. These are, yeah, they're literally for feed. That's not bad. Would that suit us better? It's actually, in a way, it's still too. That's a bit bigger. I've used that one before. But that twin one, that actually, in a way, although it's bigger in a way, it's also smaller in a way. I know what I mean. So if we stick that, I mean, you're still pretty much on the road, and it is definitely our land, which Bernie likes. Doesn't want any thievery going on, and I agree with him totally. Neither do I. It was an oversight. So, if this is going to work, we now grab the production, and does it start in different places? It usually starts right at the beginning with giant stuff, which I never use. Well, when I say never, we're about to use one now, so we need to go. It is further along than that. I think I've just gone past them. Oh. They disappeared. I haven't switched them off. Is production factories definitely? Is it right at the very beginning then, perhaps? Yeah, I'm sure it's not this far on. I hate it when I add new productions. Yeah, this is the some of that's the new Omatana German pack. I do love her packs. Right, yeah, it is definitely at the very, very beginning. And apologies for whizzing so quickly, but I don't want to waste any more of your time. I think I did. I think it was just a little bit further. There we go. It's sort of in the middle a little. Right, so we know it's this one. If we stick this down that close, it should be alright. We need to observe its dumping out bit, although we're not going to use it like that. But yeah, let's stick that. I'm happy with that. Let's see, has that altered the storage on that? Because technically that should be lending its storage to this, and we're only using it. Yeah, we know storage is empty, so we just want to manage so we can actually see it. No, it hasn't. Yeah, Giants have done it so that it cannot be added. So it really is useless. Yeah, well, unless you want to waste your entire life putting 4 tons in and grabbing, like... Oh, does it reduce it as well? Oh, my life. It does. Yeah, this is why I really can't stand it. Why would washing potatoes destroy a fifth? It is a fifth, yeah. 200 out of 1,000. Why would it do that? I mean, it's got to be a reasonable price, obviously, for you to go around to do all of this, but no, it doesn't work. No, you'd have to do it the other way around, but I suppose we could, because at the minute I have got that mod on that allows you to delete everything, so we could try the Omatana just to see out of interest. It was the Omatanas that I've always had that do that, but I think it's personal. Well, sometimes you stumble upon these things by mistake, so it's always worth. The one that I discovered this with was on Horbeleron very early on, and it was using the trailer one from Omatana, because I was really, really skint on that Let's Play. See, Bernie makes this differently. We don't know that Bernie's Omatana might deliberately leave like things open that not normal people. I apologise, Omatana, that's not what I mean. You are absolutely a superhuman, actually. I won't say normal. Right, so yeah, storage is going to be. We are within our land. And now let's put that production back down, which is gone right back to... Why does it do that? Seriously. There's no rhyme or reason with this particular... You can leave it on one, and then it will stay on that one time, and then you do it another... Here we go. And that... And water... And you've got to put the storage down first. It does not work. That would definitely be close enough. You see, it is something to do with the Omatana, the way that she makes them. Now, we want to look at the price, because I'm going off this already, because I'm losing a fifth of my product just through washing. I mean, come on. How many cycles as well? That's the other thing that's important. It is that's a lot. So, yeah, 300 outgoing products. Doesn't matter if we're literally going through time and selling directly, because it's going to work that out each hour. I think it should do. So that's going to work. We're only using that silo for literally the carrots, the red beet, the parsnips, sugar beets, and potatoes. But we now need to see, after all of this, is this worth it? Because you've got to place it to actually see how lucrative is this new business. Yeah. So if we compare. We've got to go right to the bottom. We've already know that we're selling red beets would sell for at the best 162. So what are washed red beets? For me to lose a fifth of my product, what price am I getting that's going to entice me to spend 85 grand on a production, and also having to put Omatana's stupendous ability silo that adds storage to things, which is quite good as long as you observe the rules behind it. Right, here we go. Oh my life. Seriously? 40 odds? So I'm destroying some of my beetroots to gain a little tiny... It's a odd, you know, seriously. That is just insane. Talk about what a rubbish business. Right, we should not bought the pack. I'd stick to what I said earlier. Right, let's. It's probably no. It's nothing that's going to really have happened, and likewise sell and never to be bought ever again. What a rubbish white elephant. Seriously, I'm glad I never put the tap down. So we're right back to where we were. And at least we've examined it. At least we know it's a waste of my money. Thank goodness the pack didn't cost me a fortune. Probably expecting everything else in that pack now to be just as rubbish. And I know I'm being very... But it is. What person is going to... I've said this about the Giants once. I really don't get it. They such a slow burn. They're either terribly slow... Or the soup. I mean, I know firsthand just about the soup. It's how terrible it is. Anyway, we're wasting time. I'll vent inwardly rather than outwardly. That's the waste and follies of a business that's rubbish. I mean, if it would have just washed and you didn't lose, you would have made it. Would have been worth it. But not to destroy a fifth of your crop and then to make about a fifth of profit back, or it may have been a quarter, there may have been a slight, but whoever does the maths in Giants for businesses wants to be shot. It's terrible. It really is. It's just, I'll sell the product without wasting 85 grand on a production that it really makes no sense. Right, okay, well, not to me. I mean, I've done the maths. It may not be the best mathematician, but even I can do the maths on that. Right, so we need to stick the other. We're going to rely on a modder that actually knows her maths. And we're going to put down Omatana's other factory and ignore that. I do wish you could switch all of this lot off, all of the proper Giant stuff, because I never look at it, and it just always drives me crazy. I don't think I ever use the base game ones ever. They're that poor a business. Oh, it does this. The BGA is actually doing a cracking job on those. It's nearly done. It's amazing. Right, so yeah, I just say how I see it, and it's no good like faffing around. I keep saying this about saddling yourself with a partner that's, bad business. Why would you do that? And yet, obviously, every map maker puts them down, and so we want this one, which we didn't have last time, and it's going to go as close to its... I'm only expecting this one other one, so there's no way we're squeezing anything else in that space. I know that. Oh, okay. That'll do, because we can go in the middle, and we've not wasted any of the roads or anything like that. Smash him. Now let's switch those zone markers off. And we should have saved the game before we did that, but I'm happy. That's again, we're really with all that we're doing, we seriously are. So obviously, we've got a load of productions again, but we've at least, if you remember, I hadn't got the cash to place them all. So we have placed a lot of sale points and stuff like that to do that. So we need to now be making canola. Now, because we put that mainly in the Nicky, I've got 40 odd tons in the other silo. What we need to do is first of all, we need to tell that new factory we need to make canola oil. Now, I do realise, again, this is another case in question. I do understand that in any sort of thing, you are going to lose. So that is the true, I think it's normally 4 for 2 on the Giants one. So you lose 50%. I'm sure that's right. So Ometan is still observing that. It's a destructive process, as it would be. We're losing, but the byproducts, all of the stems and all the rest, are being made into pig food. Now, we know it's a little cheeky, but it's really going with the old way of making pig food. So, well, go with it. It's a good thing. Cycles are not insane. They're not. It's only 7.5 tons of each. So 7.5 tons of that per month and 7.5 tons of that per month. It's not going to... so this, again, I do expect a slow burn on a factory. Now, I'm used to the Farmer Jeb that would get this done in the blink of an eye, which is why I prefer that, but we've used that already. This is still good. I'm not knocking this. It's just it is a bit slow because it's a jack of all trades, master of none. So, can we afford to ramp it up one? I think we can. Where's my... my gamepad keeps on like doing weird things. Is it going to be 50? Is it worth doing it for that? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's going to be an awful lot different if we can find it again. It's going to double the output and a little bit more. Yes, it's now 5,160, so 3 5s by my reckoning of 15. So it is the about 15 tons of both it's going to do a month, which, bearing in mind, I think the thing is July canola oil. Let's just check our businesses. So we don't ever want to look at you ever again. Canola oil is June, July. So we've not got long to actually get this converted. So with that in mind, we want to switch that on now. Why is it not? I need to go out and come back in. Something's gone weird. This gamepad keeps on dropping off. This is a proper Microsoft one. I have to keep unplugging and plugging in. Never ever had this with the other one. But obviously the bumper's failing. So I think I should be sending this one back. Or I just might need to test my wire. Yeah, it works straight away as soon as you unplug and plug it back in. Yeah, I think I'll probably try it direct in case it's not the gamepad itself. Right, canola oil. Now we'll switch you on. And pig food we want to be selling. You can't ever see the price either, but it's usually good. So we'll do that. So the canola oil, at least our byproduct, the waste, is going to go into, we want the canola oil to be storing. Fantastic. So that's our main business. Now that is calling, I think it's easy to shift. Although, no, let's use the power of the Nicky. I don't mean it nasty. There's no point in sticking these things down if you don't actually do it. It might take 2 months, but then we've just seen that can't actually... It can't do it all in one go anyway. It's going to take it months to plough through that. So, canola oil, we need to outgoing, we need to distribute. So on the, I don't know whether it's on the hour or whatever, it's going to do its monthly cycles. So the one thing we do need to do is to go grab the other thing. Now this is obviously going to be a bit of work because I'm now looking. In fact, actually all of this is really, so no, I can't really go into a time lapse for this. It's you, it is. Oh no, it's not, it isn't actually. Have I moved the... Oh, where have I put it? I hate this wasting time. We're not actually working this very second though, we're just literally Yeah, the 82 Studios is definitely better for putting the plough on. It sort of goes through the body of the metrical one. So aren't we over there? We've just seen it. It's over there. Right, so we need to grab that 40 tons of canola. I'm going to be sensible on this though. The work section is how long it takes to actually lug what it is to somewhere else. I mean, you can't class the in-between bits of time as, or otherwise I'd stop chatting and just like time-lapse it. So yeah, the real work bit is where we're like putting the products in, how long it takes to actually for it to land in and all that type of stuff, and then yeah, really block that road, haven't I? Not left in a good position. We also need to do our 2 grass fields, so I ought to be thinking of that too. So I will, something, let's go to a time lapse and do all these bits and bobs. So we're hopefully going to go through the months to get this canola business. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I'm missing? This we're just going to lug basically it's a lot. It's 1.5 million litres of red beets and parsnips that we're going to lug to wherever. I'd imagine it's going to be one of these beautiful sale points over there. Yeah, it's not going to be the sawmill. Or it could be Grain Corp. We could be looking, it could be one of those two. Could be. So that's not too far. Well, they're both about as far. We are lucky that we have picked straight in the middle where we have done, which obviously that was part of the strategy. I could have equally gone this set here, really, and sort of fanned out from this area, but there's no farmyard there, so I thought there's 2 farmyards. There's the main one up there, and there's this little smaller one. It's like a subsidiary, and this is perfect, I think. I think we've literally picked the optimal place for us. So yeah, we'll so I am going to say my words. I'm going to start working now. I mean, that was work. I mean, the testing wasn't. That really was not. That was nothing at all. But yeah, this is real work now. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. This is going to be one of those awkward sessions for me where I need to like go in and out of time lapses quite a lot. So we need to grab that grass bale, stick it in with, well, we'll stick it into the next bales in the next set. So it's, yeah, pretty much done all of that. We earned just the last little bit of cash from all of our previous set of work. That is, let's have a look how well that is doing now that we've zooped it up a little. We've done our fields, yeah, we've done the opposites, we've done the pH on that one, and we've, yeah, so they're both totally pH'd, totally fertilised. Everything we've like put in this year is all done, so we're waiting for next year. So really what we're waiting for is July, and also obviously cutting the grass, because there's 2 grass fields and that is definitely worth doing, especially if we're doing the silage digestate from that to make our, yeah, let's have a look how that is coming on, because that obviously it's storing it at the minute, and also we need to be checking, so that's not that one, no, it's this one, it's the BGA. Ooh, so 215 tons of digestate. What is the price? Is it going up or is it going down? That's what we need to be ascertaining from this. And digestate is, sure, cool, you've got to do it on that way. No, it's on the up. So 640 is on the up, which would make sense with the back end, because this we are now approaching the, like what would be winter in Great Britain. So second growth stage. Let's check. This is very little. Oh wow, T2. We've got, yeah, I know it's too late. We don't need a second telehandler, really. Yeah, that's a cracker. And it is a biggie. Wow, it is actually. But we haven't got the cash. So unless it picks up in the day, which is, or it's there tomorrow morning. To be honest, I think this, like, we've got enough big tractors. It is a beautiful tractor. It is, and I would, if we were at the beginning of a Let's Play, I would definitely have that. Canola oil, how are we doing in our cycles on the canola oil in the farm factory? Which is now lower down because I upgraded it. So canola oil is up to, and obviously we're selling pig food as well. That is also helping. So 105. Oh, you're not doing any. Oh, it is. It's just, oh my. Yeah, well, it is. It didn't do a complete month, so it's 11 tons out of the 15 odd tons. So we weren't wrong on the sums. It's just, it is what it is. Right, we're trying to think. There's nothing else we can do on that. Could go some sheep, I suppose. They are the least amount of trouble of all animals, really. Could do sheep, it's true. Got some weirdness going on with flashes of white in the distance. I think it's just like, yeah, artifact glitches. I've got DLSS on. I've tried to do it performance. It is definitely DLSS that does things, though. You've got trails. The easiest way to like do this is, I don't know how other people can put up with this, is to make the birds fly, and they do that all right. It's when they, yeah, that is as good as I can get it, and it's as awful. This is on quality. So every single time the birds do that particular movement, you get trails. It's not as bad as it was, but it is, to me, it just draws your attention straight away to the fact. Also, when you're emptying your wagons, the graphics go a bit slurry, whereas if I switch it off, supposed to be the bee's knees, supposed to make everything like upscale and all the rest of it, and supposed to make it the load lesser on your computer, which is always a good thing. And yeah, it's not overly hot, which heat is the enemy of any computing, any processors or anything like that, although obviously they do tend to run a little hot. Any extended amount of heat is really bad for them. So yeah, it seems to be alright, and I suppose if you can talk about one thing, it's not the end of the world. It's alright, I say most of the time. It's just when they do a certain thing and they just like dive any minute now. No, that's the wrong one. Of course, he's not going to do it and actually watch it, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's. I think I can live with that. So on quality, which is the more intensive one for the processors to make sure it's best. So yeah, we've got that. That's good. I apologise for being the inner geek and releasing the inner geek and that, telling you all this. So second growth stage is all right. We can't, nothing on that. We need to be going through. No, we definitely saw that that's working. So we're going to be just selling a bit of pig food till. So we need to go through till tomorrow, and 8 o'clock. I think it should be 9. I think we're really entering the dark side of the. Again, I don't really know even about the lights that you get in Australia. It is interesting. This is learning what goes on in other countries. I remember on Neighbours years ago that they were like going to the beach in. Oh, it is definitely. So this is their winter. Yeah, going into the dark where normally this would be really, really light. So this third growth stage. So we need to be pausing and going into a second time lapse, I think, and we will be chopping this. I'm going to see though how long we've got. This might be a session in itself. There's not much work time, but yeah. First of all, check the sales. Ooh. You can see that we didn't earn a lot of cash from what we did. We've got 2 lorries already. That's an 8 litres, and that is a Butte. But again, we've already got one. So I think it's that exact model, I think. Yeah, we got the Big E, haven't we? Yes, we have. We got the really big monster. Yeah, so we got the model above that, so I'm quite happy not to do that. So we need to cut the grass. What I'm gonna do though is be sensible. We've got 2 sets of mowers, so we'll get the JCB was always our original mowing machine. So we'll grab this. We'll have to switch some lights on. It is awful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say goodbye. No, I'll add it up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.